When you hear the phrase, never lost a round, we all think of the same person, Khabib Nurmagomedov. But you might also think of Sean O'Malley, if you're Sean O'Malley. But if your name is Aljamain Sterling Silver, I don't care if he keeps winning, it's a funny name. If your name is Aljamain Sterling Silver, then you probably remember that Sean O'Malley has an Achilles leg, and that you just so happen to love leg kicks. But they call him the Funk Master for a reason, because he fights funky, but that only works out for him on the ground. This is bad funky, and you can't be this bad against a sharpshooter like O'Malley. And I know he looks like a assault rifle type of dude, but he's a sniper, and don't be acting like it's because of his reach. He only has a 1-inch reach advantage, but that's irregular because it's not the reach that matters. It's how you use it, and he uses it to control the distance, and that's gonna make for an interesting matchup. Because Sterling fights like if he has separation anxiety. He has a style very similar to Royce Gracie, where he's just throwing limbs out there till he could get the takedown. But no one told Sterling that the UFC is evolving. To be fair, no one told Royce Gracie either.
Royce came out in articles and said, my brother Rickson is 10 times better than me.
Always said that.
And he wasn't lying.
Yeah.
And these changes are why Alex Pereira got the win over Jan Blachowicz. Jan's takedowns and almost 8 minutes of control time didn't matter. The UFC wants excitement. They want that sugar rush. They don't want this. This looks more like a sugar crash. Sterling's whole game plan is to take down and choke out someone that's never been on the bad end of a ground hug. Sean O'Malley grapples for funsies. It's like if Sterling doesn't even have Fight Pass. And I know that Sterling's trying to pretend that he wants to knock out O'Malley, but the last time he cosplayed as a striker, it didn't work out. The only reason it was successful in the last fight is because Cejudo has that T-Rex reach like Benavidez. And rumor has it that he must have taken a vow of peace or something before the fight. That fool was fighting like if he was on probation. O'Malley's not gonna have that problem. Does this look like someone with impulse control? If he sees an opening, he's gonna take it. And he's gonna put Sterling to sleep. And it doesn't even have to be with his hands. He might give him that footwork. It's that leg reach difference that really matters. That supposedly O'Malley has even longer legs than Stipe Muchacho.
These guys are so long in their lower halves, Joe. We do measure leg reach right now, and both of these guys from hip to foot have a longer leg reach than Stipe Miocic, the heavyweight champion.
What? How's that possible?
A lot of torso, I guess.
That's ridiculous.
Look at their legs.
I know, but still.
Unfortunately for Sterling, he can't grow longer legs unless he pays for them, like this dude. But he does grow to Paddy Pimblett type of proportions between fights. So shout out to Sean O'Malley for being an actual bantamweight. When he ran into Sterling a while back, that fool was basically a welterweight. O'Malley never even has to cut weight. He just takes his bong out of his pocket and he's right at 135. And that's why the UFC doesn't even want Sterling as the champion, because he's gonna dip out to featherweight either way. Dana wants fools that are gonna stay put. O'Malley's a skinny dude. He can't go down to flyweight without losing cartilage. And he can't go up to featherweight without losing his life. Plus, the UFC sees O'Malley as way more popular and marketable because of his podcast and his YouTube pranks. So they have no incentive to try to pull any funny stuff. But O'Malley's gonna leave him out of the equation because Sterling's gonna try to come out wild, guns blazing, and O'Malley is gonna snipe him early.
Some days I feel like